Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have a great collection. This is double-sided Sweet Life paper pack, 12 by 12 paper, the coordinating beautiful paper toll. They just punch right out and layer them with foam tape. And we've got two of the same stickers, Dazzle stickers, that coordinate. So cute, you guys. Together they make cards like this one, this little 5 by 5 card with flaps. Opens up. This one I made using those Dazzle stickers. So cute. This is our giveaway card for this episode. So if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer could win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a look at this paper pack. You're going to get two of each one of these. Okay, so you get this really beautiful floral with this adorable, which is upside down, this adorable little border that has little ice cream cones on it. So cute. These are perforated, so they just come apart just like that. And then you've got this little pink dot. Got the border that matches the one that I just showed you with the all over pattern. Here's a brown with a tan dot. These are a little tile made up with little tiny ice cream cones at the center. Let's see, how close can we get with that? Oh, that's great. Little ice cream cones, so cute. And it's a nice aqua color. A green polka dot. Then there's just some all over color polka dots like sprinkles on a brown background. We've got this little orange diamond print, and then this cute little green with the little multicolored hearts. This one is a pink linen, and then we've got that white with the sprinkles as well. And then on the back we've got a red diamond print. All right, I had so much fun playing with this one. This one is an oldie but goodie, and from an older collection that we had, which we just love. All right, get two of each of those. Then we've got the coordinating paper toll, which is so cute, you guys. It just punches right out, and then each piece is layered 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you layer each piece with a little bit of foam tape. So for example, we'll just punch this one out. And then we have several options for foam tape for you. Debbie and I prefer using this giant wheel of foam tape. It's 150 feet or 50 yards of 1/2 inch wide continuous foam tape. But we also have these little pre-cut ones. There's 100 squares on this one, and then there's tiny squares. There's 400 on this one. Same kind of foam tape, has little tapes on the front and back. Or you peel them off of the back, and then you just have one piece of tape to remove off the front. All right, so it goes like this, where we take our scissors. Where are my scissors? Here we go. And when we take it off the roll, we just kind of go like this, and then you can just take whatever size pieces, if you want large pieces or small pieces. Paper toll is so fun to use. Take some like this, that, and then you could do another one. It's really not about like the stability of it, so you don't need to cover it with foam tape. You're just giving it a little lift. So you don't need to cover the whole thing with foam tape. And then just lining up the edges, the picture, and just dropping that down. And then you're going to do this next one, which is number 3. And you're just popping that right down. And then that one goes there. Oops, I'm gonna go over a little bit. All right, and then you've got this cute little banner, which is so adorable. And that is another layer. I like to just put one right there and right there. I'm gonna peel those off. And this is our 4th layer. There. So not only is it foiled and shiny and beautiful, but it's got all this dimension to it as well. All right, so let's take a look at the card I just made with that one. This is a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and then I just took some of the green dot paper and I just literally put glue on it. I use Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue. I just put it along the edge here and here, and I just took that sheet and just put it right over that, and then turned it over, took my scissors and trimmed it, okay? And then took some of the pink linen, did the same thing. And then I used some additional little Dazzle stickers to add to this. So the doilies have these little borders on them. So I just took one of them and I just put about 1 inch at the top and about 1 inch at the bottom, because I knew I was going to take this rectangle of this pink dot paper, mat it with a little aqua pastel cardstock, which I'll list down below the video if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page. If you're watching us over on YouTube, just look below the video and there's a link that will take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page, and then you can see all the items listed down below the video. Just matted that, leaving a little bit of border of cardstock around this rectangle, and glued that so that it covered the gap between the two borders. That way I didn't have to use a whole strip. And then took this adorable little doily, just peels right off like that, place that on the center, and then we just constructed this so you could just foam tape, put another layer of foam tape on the back of this one and put that right there. And then you've already got your little greeting, the Sweet Life, on there. So cute. All right, so the next one, you guys, this is a 5x7 card. And for this one, I took the border paper. Let me see if I can grab this. This border paper right here. I just took it and I cut it to, about 5 inches wide. Okay, just took a little strip of it right there from 5 inches, and I glued it right across the center. And then I took some of the green dot paper and I glued a strip there and I glued a strip there. And then I took a strip of that little snow cone, ice cream cone tile paper, and I just cut it into about a 1 1/4 inch strip, and then took my scissors and I just made a little notch on the end. I put this on some white cardstock and just matted the edge of that and then glued that to the top. Before that, I did take one of the little Dazzle borders that comes from this sheet. I just took that off and then put that straight across the bottom edge of the paper that we just used a little bit of right there. Put that border right there. Then I glued this strip over it. And then, you guys, I added some polka dot ribbon, which we just love, in this teal color. I just took my Cosmic Shimmer glue and just took a couple of lines of glue and put it across that, and I just smoothed the ribbon over it, let that ribbon dry, then just took some scissors and trimmed it even with the card. Then I took another length of ribbon and I just made a little bow. And then you can use the same glue to glue that on. You just got to hold it for a second or two and then it'll attach. You could use hot glue on that, or you can use these little Zot glue dots, which I'll list down below the video, to attach that. Then I used one of the little paper towels, layered it with a foam tape in the same way, placed it right there in that aqua section. And then these pieces right here came from the Dazzle stickers. And I wanted to show you how it is that we layer these, you guys. Or, yeah, layer them. So just take one of these and put this on some white cardstock, just like this. And I'm going to put another color of cardstock below this one. So I'm just going to trim that up just like that. And then I'm going to take some of this red tile paper from the back. Come on, red paper, where are you? Here we go. It's going to take a little notch of this. And this works great for scrapbooking or, of course, card making. All right, and then I would just trim this off just like this. And then I'm just cutting around the sticker. And then just continue to cut around it. So you have the whole thing cut out, and I'm gonna stop right there. And then I'm gonna take some alcohol-based markers, That's just because what I have right here, but you could use really any water-based marker. You could even use an ink pad. So I'm going to take this one here, this coral, and I'm going to color one side of it. This is 3 colors in one. There's a dark color, and then there's a medium color. These are tri-blend markers. And you can just color the entire rest of this little ice cream scoop, just like this. And then you just kind of go into that darker color, and there's some nice shading that just happens just like that. And then I did a little green sprinkles here, and then I used the pale pink to color the top ice cream right here. So it's a nice little pastel color. And then, as I said, I finished cutting those out. And then, ooh, I went really dark with these. Okay, some dark green sprinkles. And then this one I just glued down, and then this little ice cream cone sticker, I put a little bit of foam tape back behind that, so it gives it a little lift. And then we've got this little friend greeting right here that's also a sticker. And these are the pink We're Together Dazzle stickers. And these are also available down below the video. And I absolutely love using these. And I love to use a little, like, I guess you would just call, like, you could peel it off just like this, but sometimes it's nice to use just like a little pokey tool. And I think I used the large friend. Here we go, yes. This one right here, you can see that. And these just peel off so nicely, just like that. I know it's a little intimidating looking like that. And then we're just gonna place that right, oops, like that on my card, on the lower part of my card. The hardest part is just getting it unstuck from your fingers. Just like that. Then you just burnish that with your finger. You can place that right there. All right, let's take a look at my last card. All right, so this one, you guys, is a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and I made a cutaway on this one. Okay, this is such an easy cutaway. For this one, I took my 5 by 6.5 inch card, and I went down 4 inches, and then I just took my paper trimmer or my scissors, and I just cut across and then along the fold. And that's where this cutaway came from. And then I took the part that I cut off right here, and I just took some of the orange paper and I trimmed it a little bit smaller, glued it to the center, did the same with the red paper, and then I used some really adorable little aqua jewel border dazzle stickers, and they just peel off just like this. And then put some along the top and the bottom, and then also along the top and bottom of this rectangle. I assembled that little paper toll just like I showed you in the opening. And then right down here, we've got some dazzle stickers that are really fun to use. These are orange script greeting dazzle stickers, and they come in this 3-pack. They're all orange. They say different things on each sheet. And I used the little birthday, and then when we open it up, I put wishes on the inside. These little pieces are the extra pieces that are on the paper toll sheet. They're just little extra pieces. They're marked extra artwork. And I just place those on the spare banner that we give you, this blank. And then continued to add some more little dazzle stickers. Just a really fun one. I was wrong, I do have one more to show you. This one is a 5 by 5 card. So I took a 5 by 5 blank card. And I did the same kind of thing where I just cut away 3 inches. And then I placed the fold at the bottom. Then I took another 5 by 5 card and I trimmed this one down to 4 inches. So it's a 4 by 4 square. And then I covered the inside with that white polka dot. And then on the 5 by 5, I covered the inside with the brown polka dot. And then I put some, and then I glued this one inside so it's centered all the way around the brown. And then on the front of the 4 by 4, I did a little bit of the red in a square. And then on the front and back of this flap, I just trimmed down some of the striped paper, and I put it, you'll notice the ice cream cones are in this direction. And then when you open it, the ice cream cones are going in the same direction, so they weren't upside down. And then here are one of the little Dazzle stickers with the ice cream cart. And I peeled that off and put it on some white cardstock. And then I just took my little markers and I colored green, coral, and then I took some blue and some pink in between these. And then I actually took a little ballpoint pen and I just made little stripes and then colored the different colors. Just really fun and easy. Made a little bow and then attached that as well. And then you guys, I used the greetings from here. So we've got these ice cream cones. I just attached right to this. Usually I like to make sure that there's a couple layers of paper so that the colors don't bleed through to the other side. So we have lots of layers of paper there, that's no problem. And I just used coral and blue and then a little bit of this golden brown color for the cone. And this is light pink, and then colored those in. So they're just stuck directly to the paper. Put your so, and then the sweet banner, I peeled that off and put that on the red triangle paper, and then just took my small scissors and I just cut that out and glued that. And then there's all kinds of little small pieces of little sweet treats, and I added those down below. And then added hooray. And then on the card front, you open this up and it says, "You're so sweet, sending smiles," because I used brown script greeting Dazzle stickers. Okay, it's also a 3-pack. Doing sending smiles and hooray. So fun, you guys. So this one is our giveaway card, as I said in the opening. And how we do our giveaway card is we're promoting our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page at paperwishes.com, then all you have to do is hop on over to YouTube and then find our channel, which is called My Paper Wishes. We ask that you subscribe to our channel and then like this video with a thumbs up, and then also leave a comment. And then after about a week, we will reply to one of the comments with, "Congratulations, YouTube username blank." So you got to know your YouTube username. And it's a good idea to hit the notification bell at the top right-hand corner. That way you know when we're announcing winners. And we do this every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos. Don't forget, we have the money saver for this fantastic collection that I showed you today right there on the right-hand side. And all the other items are listed down below the video. And there's also full color photos of all of these projects. If you're watching us over on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page. Don't forget to participate in our card giveaway. We do that every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos. Thanks for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.